Hi there, Pile 1. Taking a look into how your 2023 is going to end. The bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. The 7 of Cups. And the Tower. The 9 of Cups and the Fool. So I usually get like a story from the bottom of the deck. Oh wow. Also the yeah, I'm getting this energy where you've been going through something here. You had to make some really tough choices and decisions in the past. And there could have been, okay, so in the past, you've had to make some really difficult choices, but the thing about it is you weren't being given the full information. You weren't being given the full picture. Someone was like deceiving you or giving you this like false information. There's something to where like in your circumstance you were walking a very like fine line or a narrow line, or you didn't have a lot to work with, like you couldn't afford to lose a lot, and someone was almost like playing games with you, or you were trying to make choices and decisions based off of like all of these riddles that people around you were given. So it was difficult to know what to do, so you just had to keep like one foot in front of the other and just do what felt right, or like walk the path that spirit had for you that felt safe. It's like if you deterred from this path you were on, then you were going to get caught up, like fall and get caught up in other people's mess. um so it's like on some level you could have known that you couldn't trust certain people, or certain people were being kind of manipulative. But then on another level, it's like you maybe at the time, in the moment, you didn't exactly know like what was going on and who you could trust. So you made certain choices without like the full picture or the full information in the past. And so it led to a lot of upheaval, or it led to something that's not working out. So you made a choice in some way. You chose something, you chose to go in a certain direction. You really invested yourself in something based off the current information that you had, because you didn't want to get like caught up in something worse, right? It's like you had to move forward, or else you were going to get caught up in something. So it's like even if you knew there was like certain red flags, it's like you had to keep going in order to avoid getting caught up in something worse. So you were almost like forced to make certain choices and decisions with the limited information that you had, or with like where you were at that time. So this could have been in regards to like where you wanted to live, or what direction you wanted to go with your life, or how you wanted to live, or the people that you wanted around you, the spaces you wanted to like hang out in or reside in, or but now there's something happening, there's something like coming out or falling apart, or something's coming to light, and so everything's falling apart, and you're feeling like you made the wrong choice some way, like you chose the wrong thing. And now this is causing you to feel as though you have to like run away from certain places or people that you chose at one time. So, or yeah, it's almost like it's getting so bad that you feel as though you have to like flee or protect yourself, or like you could have feel like you like misguided others into this and you see them fleeing out of it, or there's something where it's like not working out for everyone. So there's like a truth coming to light. You're seeing you may have been like deceived in some way, or you're seeing now that it's like not a good choice or it's not going to work out, but it's like spirit is saying have compassion for yourself here, because there was something misleading or confusing, or there was some sort of key information that was like being withheld because the person that you were trusting or communicating with was like speaking in riddles, or like purposefully not telling you everything that you needed to hear or that you needed to know about where you were going. So you made the best choice that you had with the information at the time, and now it's not working out and you're having to make a different choice. But it's like really unexpected and chaotic. So you were really, you had the best led intentions to do something to like take care of yourself or give back to yourself, and it just didn't work out. It was just sometimes that just happens in life, like things just don't work out, or you have to like redirect, or you take a leap and it ends up um, not being the right step, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that we're unworthy, or that we're not good enough, or that there's something wrong with us, or that we need to like punish ourselves, because you're being redirected here. So with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, it's like this happening is redirecting you or leading you to something else. So it's like, even though it feels like everything's falling apart and everyone's like fleeing away from whatever's going on, you're being redirected to the what is for you, or to an environment that's going to be safer, where you're going to have more like-minded people who can like hear you, um, more people around you that are like on your level. So with the Six of Cups, it's like this could be leading you to like reconciliation, or coming back together with someone from your past, or someone like from when you were younger. I'm hearing it's like coming back home to yourself. That's been a huge message I've been getting a lot lately. I even made like a little meme of like, spirit is calling you back home to yourself at this time. And so everything that was wrong, like the things that are not for you and not in alignment with you, are going to be falling apart and falling away at this time. And it doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It's just that was the choice or the decision or the direction that you wanted to go in at one time based off the information that you have, but now things are shifting and you're able to see things in a different light. And so it's okay to let go of those things that are falling apart and that aren't working out, and to trust that there's like an ultimate plan to help reconnect you with like your soul family, your spirit family, people that, again, it's that you can like come together and like co-create and share and be open with and be vulnerable. People will hear you speak your language. So there could have been like someone very significant from like your childhood or when you were younger, from your past, that is like a part of your soul family that will help you to connect with people that are going to just be more similar to you, more like-minded to you. So it's, yeah, spirit could be kind of like purposely disrupting things or bringing about anything with like a false foundation is kind of like falling apart right now, in order to open you up to reconnecting with what is going to be right for you. So in the past, you basically were just doing the best that you could. Um, yeah, you needed to like move forward to avoid falling into something or falling back into something. But a lot of the people around you that were helping you move forward maybe didn't have your best interests at heart or your best intentions. And it's like you intuitively knew that. But it's like you had to make certain choices in order to keep going. But you don't. So at that time, you were in like survival mode, or you were like needing to protect yourself, or that it's like you had to make certain choices and decisions out of necessity to get you to a better place. And now you're in that place. So anything that's not in alignment with you is going to fall away at this time. So right now it doesn't feel like you're in that place, but you are, because you're in the right place at the right time to receive what is yours. So when we release and let go of what's not for us, then we open ourselves up to being able to step in like what is for us and what's going to truly fulfill us emotionally. So yeah, you're on some sort of like, yeah, spiritual journey. And with this, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a relationship. Like it could be like a friendship or just a connection from when you were younger, reconnecting with someone to help connect and link with like more soul family, like-minded people who will just like get you, or people that you'll feel more comfortable with, or people who will naturally want to support and uplift you. Um, no like games and riddles and like weird stuff. It's like you don't have to earn their care, their respect, their love. It's like they just see like your gifts that you hold as enough. Like you just are a valuable person because you're you, and you contribute so much like positive energy into the collective. And so it's like they want to like, yeah, be a part, have you be a part of something, or just feeling more accepted. So yeah, there could be like someone from your past instrumentally, or like a key connection to help bring you towards what is for you, or to help guide you in making the choices to move through the chaos that you're in and get into that space of feeling more seen and accepted by the people around you. So on the bottom of the deck with your oracle card here, Spirit is saying just kind of trust that the Spirit is taking care of you and has your back, and that things are flowing in the right direction at this time. We also have this Earth Angel. So I definitely feel like there's some sort of like spiritual connection with someone around you that's meant to help like guide you back to your soul family. So you're on this like very spiritual path at this time. So it's like really trusting that you're being taken care of along the way, and trusting in the help that's coming to assist you. It's like someone who's going to help you carry all these burdens and help you work through these things. So we have the Fate card and the Mirror card. So again, it's like a soulmate, twin flame, like a spiritual connection where you're meant to like come together and see something in them in order to help connect you to people who are going to see you, like possibly for the first time. So it's definitely like a timing. There's some sort of divine timing with all of this. So the first card we have is the Six of Pentacles. The way I saw this is like I was like, is this person kissing their own hand? Like, you know how someone will grab the like other person's hand and kiss it, um to like greet them. I was like, is this person kissing their own hand? So it's like you've been a part of connections where it's like you're not being supported by the other person, so you almost have to give that love and support back to yourself. So it's very imbalanced and unfair. um you definitely deserve a lot more than the way that like others have treated you or made you feel as though you always need to like take care of yourself, give back to yourself, support yourself. um we have the Seven of Wands underneath that, and so it's like instead of supporting you and uplifting you emotionally, other people almost try and like intimidate you or just assert some sort of like dominance over you. They're always like coming at you, questioning what you've got going on. Like it's like always making you like overly explain yourself, overly stand your ground, overly defend yourself, like constantly kind of patronizing you in order to just like tear you down and make you feel bad about yourself. So it's like you have to be the one to like support you and be like, okay, you got this, you're doing good. Like give that positive affirmation back to yourself. And that's really unfair. But then it's like they kind of manipulate things to make it seem like they're doing so much for you or like they support you so much. So it's really odd. And you could be the type of person that like is really, concerned about other people's feelings or not wanting to hurt others or like lead them astray in any way. And so it could be hard for you to like see through people and really see when they are like doing these weird like tactics. So we have the Hierophant. I believe this is the Hierophant. I'm almost positive. Um, 5 is the Hierophant. And the Ten of Cups underneath that. And we have a rainbow. So, like, rainbows always come after the rain, right? Also, rainbows are, like, in the Bible meant to be a reminder that God will not, like, destroy the earth in the same way. So, I'm getting it's like you're getting this message of, like, moving forward into something new or some sort of like soul family or soul connection. You can trust that it's safe and that you're not going to experience the same sort of like disaster and upheaval and fallout. It could be hard for you to trust others. Like you could be scared to trust others. So you could be the type of person that like you are really close with your pets and like you trust your pets more, like you get a lot of comfort from your pets. You like always have them with you. You could be like really attached to like dogs or just like house pets in general. I'm seeing like dogs, cats, like lizards, even snakes. I'm seeing yeah, any sort of like pet that likes to kind of hang out like on your chest or cuddle like in your neck. You get like a lot of your love and affection from like yourself and like your animals, but you could also kind of like low key really only trust your animals. So you feel as though you always need to have this like defensive or protective energy around you. Or like people don't have your best interest, or it's like you've had to learn a lot of really harsh lessons. So at this point, it's like you've gotten so sick of having to defend yourself and over explain yourself. And it gets exhausting, like over explaining yourself to people who are just like committed to misunderstanding you because they want you to like falter or like get caught up in order to feel like superior to you or like a dominance over you or something. So yeah, you definitely could have went through um, just some difficult things. So it's really hard for you to trust. And so it could be hard for you to want to like jump into something new or to move in a new direction, towards something that potentially could be really emotionally fulfilling, because it's very scary. Like once you've seen that darker side of people's intentions and how they can hurt you, it can be really scary to trust again. So I feel as though this rainbow is coming out to say it's safe to like be vulnerable, it's safe to open up, it's safe to like expose your heart to these new people that are going to feel familiar. Like when you meet people with the Six of Cups, like when you meet people that feel, even if you it's not someone from your past, like, and you just are meeting people to where it's like, wow, I feel as though I've known this person forever. I feel like I've known them since I was kids, or I feel like we grew up the same way, or there's that like soul level connection where they just like understand you. That's a sign that those are like your spirit led connections. And so it's going to be safer to be open and expose your heart and open yourself up to all of the love that could come from these types of relationships. So it could be like with friends, family, lovers. You could be moving towards like a more serious, higher level commitment, and this could be really scary because of what you've been through or what you've seen in the past. But yeah, this rainbow here is like coming to um, confirm to you that it's safe to move forward and to trust again, especially if you do desire to have a more stable, higher level commitment, or to have like a really close relationship with like a family unit, to feel like you're a part of a family again, to feel like really close and connected with friends, have that comfortability with people again. It's safe to move forward towards like divinely led connections at this time. Now that you're seeing things more clearly, it's safe to move forward and make different choices and trust that it's possible for things to go better than they did in the past or in previous relationships. They're the Four of Swords and the Moon in the reverse. So you've been through a time period here where you've been healing, taking the time out to like heal and rest and recover from this. And so moving forward again can be really scary. But with the moon in the reverse, it's like things are coming out. We have the moon in the reverse, we had the tower on the bottom of the deck. It's like things are coming out, things are being illuminated. A light is being shined on your life and like the people around you and their true intentions. And it's like you can trust your intuition to help guide you, and um, know that spirit is working to give you those messages to show you like what people are right for you and who to take with you moving forward. You're going to have a lot more clarity at this time. So in the past, like I said, you were in survival mode and you were making all of your choices and decisions without the full picture, without the full information. There was a lot of illusions and distortions, but you just had to continue to move forward because you didn't want to like fall off and get caught up in whatever sort of energy was around you, right? It's like if you wouldn't have continued to move forward and you would have stayed stagnant, then you would have gotten caught up in something even worse. And so that's like survival mode. It's like the alternative is not an option. So you have no choice but to move forward, and you have to make certain sacrifices or just kind of sometimes do what you have to do. And you could have learned a lot of really harsh lessons through having to live like that. So at this time, you're not in that same circumstance. Like you're not going to fall into that same trap or that same, you're not, things are not happening in your life in the same way at this time that they have in the past, even though it could be really scary and it could feel like that. So at this time, when you're making choices and decisions, you can trust that you're seeing things more clearly, and spirit's giving you a more clear and accurate picture of what's around you in order to truly know which direction to go in and what's right for you. Like in the past, like I said, there are so many illusions, there were so many distortions, there were so many unknowns, but it's like you just had to do what you had to do, right? So it's like forgiving yourself, knowing that in the past you couldn't see everything you were getting swept up in, or like the true intentions of certain people around you that seemed like they were helping you or guiding you. Spirit's illuminating this and shining a light on this so you can take your power back and pull yourself back from anything that's been draining you, depleting you, truly not serving you and not working for you, not giving back to you the way that you deserve. um, yeah, so you can pull all of that back and give it all like back into yourself in order to move forward, and then have that energy, to be able to continue to communicate with spirit and like know what's right for you. So it's like basically the gist of the message is you can trust in the choices and decisions that you're making at this time, and that it's not the same in the past. There's not as much like blocking you, there's not as much illusions, as much confusion, as much distortion around what's happening in the past, that your choices and decisions aren't going to turn out, um, like when this happened, turn out negatively, right? Like when this happened, it could have triggered a lot of like your wounds to be like, okay, like I'm a failure, I don't make good choices, I don't know how to guide myself, I don't know what's best for me or which direction to go. And it's like all of this negative self-talk comes up. So then it makes you scared to fall back on your intuition and to make certain choices and decisions for yourself moving forward, because like you don't truly trust yourself or you don't truly trust spirit. But um, you can trust yourself. You did make the best choice that you could at that time based off the information that you had. And you're not in the same place or the same position now. So you're not being going through as many distortions. So again, you can fall back on your decision making and your ability to make choices and exercise that and trust that it's going to get you to a healthier place, than in the past. Because in the past, you were doing the best that you could, but the environment around you was just like so toxic, or the people around you were like playing games with you, speaking in riddles. There was so much going on. So now it's different. And so it's still the same old you exercising your intuition to make the right choice, but it's going to have a better result or get you to a better place. Because, yeah, spirit has you just like in a overall a different place in your life where it's like safe for the truth to come out about a lot of things, because it's like you can handle it and you have the tools at this time in your life to adjust and to move forward in the ways necessary. You have the tools and the strength and the capability to like adjust to seeing the truth and moving accordingly. So definitely trust yourself and don't let like anything from the past like make you feel negatively about yourself, to where then you don't have the confidence to make those executive decisions or like exercise what you have learned, through this journey of like healing yourself in order to continue to move forward. You are being guided at this time. You can trust yourself. You can trust spirit. I hope I did a good job explaining that. So like a more complicated message, but this is something that you're healing from your past here. So I think that's also why um, the Six of Cups is coming up. It's like meeting someone who just either like reconnecting with someone from when you were younger, or meeting someone who just feels like your childhood, or like people that you were connected with in your childhood, in order to see those connections go differently now and help you to heal the previous like pictures and perceptions that you gained when you went through some very hurtful things when you were younger. And also like when we're younger and we're kids and we're going through stuff, we don't have control over our circumstances, and we can't make, if something's happening that's not good, we're not in control to make those choices and decisions to like change what we're going through, right? And so it can really wound you and give you a lot of false pictures of like your control in life and your ability to make good choices and to do things, because you had to fall victim to a lot of things whenever you literally didn't have that control. So at some point in your life, you could have went through something really difficult where you didn't have the full picture, or just in some way it was like out of your hands and there was nothing that you could do to combat like what other people were doing. And so something, you had to make certain choices and decisions that didn't turn out well for you, and then that validated whatever wounds you learned in your childhood about how, like, you know, you can't take care of yourself, you can't make good choices, you can't make good decisions, etc. And so at this time you're being given the opportunity to make difficult choices and decisions. It doesn't feel like that, but it is an opportunity to like go through something like this similar again when you do have more control and you are more capable of doing things differently. And not only that, you have the full picture, the full information. Like, you're not in so much distortion, right? Things are more clear. And so you're able to make better choices and decisions that are going to get you into a better place. And so it's going to help heal this wound. It's going to help heal this feeling that you've had for so long that you weren't capable of doing that, right? Um, so it's a really deep um, healing here, and spirit's trying to step in and help guide you through this and bring a balance back into your life. It's like you shouldn't have to do everything all on your own, but when we go through really hard things that make us just inherently not trust the people around us, we can take on like everything all by ourselves, and that can be really difficult and draining. So you're moving forward towards a new beginning in your life, and you can trust this, and that it's not all going to be the same as it was in the past. Again, you have the tools and the like spiritual experience to be able to handle seeing the truth of everything, and then with that you'll be able to make better choices and decisions that make you feel more in control of your circumstances, and that's going to be so powerful for you. So it's helping you to really, really heal like the inner perspective of you've had of yourself. Like, you could have been in denial of how much power you had. And it also could have been hard to see the true nature of some people around you and their true intentions for you, especially if it's like family or something, or just people that you are close to your family, or that you've known since childhood, or that you've known for a long time. It's like hard to um to truly see sometimes like how much people in our lives are like playing both sides to where they're really not like helping us progress forward, or um they're really not helping us at all and like serving us. um so we also have, you know, having boundaries and protecting yourself and stuck energy. So it's like you want to kind of heal and release whatever's happened in the past here, and know that it wasn't your fault. And so don't take this on and tell yourself a negative story about how you're not good enough. Energy work can be really helpful, like meditating, and things can be really helpful to like release this and to heal from all of this, and then move forward into something new and exciting. So yeah, spirit's really trying to help you at this time. So we have partnerships, support. You're being guided to reach out to form partnerships and alliances to expand your vision and perspective. Take this time to see who comes into your life that is offering to assist with your endeavors. Asking for help often leads to accomplishing your goals more quickly. So this could be another thing that you're healing, is reaching out and asking for help, and knowing that not everyone is going to like judge you, or use it as an opportunity to like assert power and dominance over you, or make you feel small or less than, like you're not capable. There's some people that are just going to want to help you because they care about you and they want to see you thriving and succeeding. And you also feel the same way. And so it's like you can come together and build something really beautiful and strong. Ocean tides, power. You are a force to be reckoned with. Don't underestimate how powerful and beautiful you are, just like the ocean. Face things head on and never stop making waves. So that's all I have for pile one. If you'd like a more personal reading, I do offer those as well. But thank you so much for watching this far, and I hope you have a great day. Hi there, pile two. We're looking into how will the end of 2023 go for you? With the Two of Cups, bottom there's a baby on here. I don't know why I saw that instantly, so that might be a message for someone or confirmation for someone. A little, you could be really fertile, so if you don't want a baby, be careful. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Christmas baby, New Year's baby, end of 2023, surprise going into next year with surprise. So yeah, if you don't want that, be cautious. That could be like a confirmation or a message for someone. I'm seeing this like swirling. I've never gotten a message like that ever before. I actually think there was maybe one other reading where I randomly had like a baby message come through, but I just saw that child and was like, look at that. It's like peeking through to reveal itself. And there's like this swooping energy. So it's like some sort of like swift change, like someone swooping in to like claim you. Yeah, some sort of like swift action, like a swift reveal, swift revival, swift connection, um, swift movement. The Queen of Wands on the bottom. So someone could be very attracted to you, but it's almost like taboo to come towards you, or they were like blocked off from being able to come towards you previously. But there could be someone who's very attracted to you and drawn towards you and just like notices you, notices your beauty, notices like your draw, something alluring about you, your power, and it's like they want to swoop in and claim you. But it's like they would have previously held back because of some sort of taboo, like they were maybe in a relationship with someone else, or but with the devil in the tower, something fell apart in that relationship, or whatever it was that was like blocking them, like fell apart, and they feel as though, yeah, even more like reawakening, revival. They feel as though they're being led to like reignite or revive something with you. We literally have the secret card. So it's like when they come towards you, they may want to like keep this a secret, or just like keep it really low key at first, because again, there was something taboo about it at one time, or there was some reason why they couldn't come towards you. And so they want to now, but they want to be like low key and sneaky about it. Like they don't want people to really know what's up. Yeah, like sneaking around in the night. So they could have been in like, yeah, in a previous connection with someone who was just not like very good to them, or it's like falling apart. They're seeing someone else's true colors or true intentions, and so it's causing them to feel as though this is like happening for a divine reason for them to come towards you and reconnect with you in some way, or they feel like they're being led towards you. Yeah, they feel like spirit's allowing something to fall apart in their life to free them to come towards you because it was like closed off, blocked off, taboo. They couldn't. But then, even though this is happening, it's still going to be like a scandalous thing, or other people are still going to have something to say. So it's like they want to keep it a secret. They felt like the other person they were with was like misleading them, leading them astray, had false intentions, devious intentions. It's like falling apart. It could have been like falling apart for a while, but now it's like getting to where it's like no coming back from this. So they definitely want to go in another direction. But it could be like they want to keep it a secret because it will be really taboo, because people will judge them. It's like something's falling apart in their life, and so they like instantly want to go. They're instantly like, okay, this is a sign, this is meant to be, this is happening for a reason. And they like instantly want to shift towards you or come towards you because they've been attracted to you for a while, or they've been drawn to you for a while, but they felt like they had to restrain themselves or hold themselves back. They couldn't express that because they were like in a previous connection or caught up and tied up in something previously that they felt as though it would be like bad or taboo, or like they just couldn't step out of it. Um, but because this has been like falling apart or not working out for a while, it's like they feel emotionally ready to just like come towards you and pursue like what they desire or what they want, or they're very drawn towards you. Again, they feel like this is like a sign from spirit, or spirit's purposefully like creating this chaos in their life in order to free them to be able to like pursue what they want. And so they're going to like go after that very quickly, very passionately, like with a lot of excitement. But it's like other people on the outside aren't going to understand like the inner workings of like what's been going on with this person and how conflicted they've been, and how, in their opinion, they feel like they restrained approaching you for a long time because it wouldn't have been right. But now they feel like they're free and there's no other reason to like sacrifice what they want anymore, so they're just going to go for it. So they don't feel like they need to take all this time to like be by themselves or to adjust to the transition and then come towards you, because they could have been already like emotionally unsatisfied, or it's like this relationship or this other thing they were a part of has been falling apart and not working out for a while. So they've already kind of like emotionally adjusted. um, and now they just feel like this is all just happening, so they're like free to act on it, if that makes sense. And so they don't feel like they need to take a lot of like time out, or, but it's like other people from the outside are just not going to get it, like not going to understand. It's going to look like they like dropped one thing to transition to the other really quick, or it's going to look like there was like a third party situation, or that there was some sort of overlap, or it's going to make you look bad or like make you look scandalous for them to like transition out of something and come towards you. It's like other people can't see like how they feel as though spirit's like putting it on their heart to like lead them a certain way. So yeah, other people just can't see like all the deeper things going on. So they feel like if they were to just keep it a secret and nobody were to really know, then it would just be like more peaceful, or then they would be more free to like explore this or explore a connection with you and like see how it actually goes. So it's like they want to like keep to themselves. So it's like if you guys are hanging out together or doing anything, it's like they want to keep it low key. They don't really want people to be finding out about it. They don't want to go like out in public. They don't want to tell a lot of people about this. Anyone that does know or see you, they like want them to keep it low key. And it's not because they're ashamed of you. It's more just like they don't want people to be judging you or to be like blaming you or thinking that like, yeah, you were the third party, or that you did something scandalous to like break up their other thing. Or yeah, it's like that's just a concern about like outside judgment. um the outside appearance, because it's very swift and rapid. It's like they want to come in just like the first message, like swiftly. They want to like swoop in and like go after what they desire. Very like swift movement. We have this waves of attention. People notice you for the star that you are. So this person's been noticing you and has been really drawn towards you for a while. And they feel as though they're really burdened or overwhelmed, or like they're the only one, like in whatever previous connection they were in, they felt like they were the only one like carrying the weight or carrying the relationship. And they see something in you. It's like not just your beauty, but it's like the energy that you carry. Like they feel as though you're nurturing, like you really give back to the people that you're with. You're very supportive, and so it's like they want to like experience that energy in their life. Yeah, they don't feel like the people that they've been with like give back to them and care about them in the same ways that you do. And the Ten of Cups, they feel like moving towards this is an opportunity to have like emotional revival, like with the rainbow. They don't feel like they're going to experience the same sort of like emotional upheaval and like difficulty in this relationship. They feel like it would be like more spiritual, and yeah, it's like not going to bring about like the same things, the same pains and traumas that they've went through before. We have the Ace of Wands and the Magician in the reverse. We have the Star. So they definitely feel like they're being led towards you. This is reminding me of like the Hermit, which we have on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is all happening for a reason. Wow, we have the Empress, so it's another person holding a baby. So that's definitely like a confirmation or a message for someone. We also have a black cat. If you have a black cat, it could be even further confirmation that you're very fertile at this time. You're stepping into a time of fertility, birthing something new, creating something new, stepping into a more nurturing, caregiving role, like stepping up your commitments, having like more people to take care of and be accountable for and responsible for. Um, We also have the Nine of Cups and the Chariot in the reverse. So this is really confusing and it doesn't make a lot of sense, even to them. Like they feel very confused, and I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's like right when you first start waking up to your spiritual abilities and start seeing the world through a more intuitive lens, like the messages that you're getting and the ways that you're called to move doesn't make a lot of sense. But then once you're more seasoned in your spiritual journey, it's like it doesn't sound so crazy when you're called to do certain things or to move in certain ways. So that's kind of what this person is going through. So they feel this draw towards you, this pull towards you, this like divine spiritual connection with you. Um, and a big factor too, or a big reason is like now that something else they were invested in is not working out, all of the potential outcomes they have in their life, all of the potential like possible directions that they could go in at this time is like nothing seems right. Nothing feels right. Like everything feels like it's just leading them back down the same path or to invite more of that same energy back into their life. Like all of the directions that they have to turn in at this time just feel as though they're going to continue to spin their wheels and bring the same type of energy, those same type of connections. It's like they keep meeting the same connection in different people, and so they keep learning the same lessons in different people, and so it's like their intuition is stepping in at this time, and so it's like every direction they could possibly go in moving out of this just feels wrong, even though the people around them, that could be like the advice that they've always been given, or just the expectancy of the people around them of them to handle diversity in their life a certain way, and it's kind of like going against where they would like to be. It's not helping them to heal in the ways that they would like. It's like moving in the direction of like how other people have advised them is like bringing less of the energy that they really desire and that they really want into their life. So they could be someone who really desires to have like a strong, tight knit like family. They could desire to have children of their own, to be a caretaker, or to like be a provider, or just they have some sort of desire to like have something very serious and committed in their life. And the connections that they've been in, it's like these people were just leading them astray and manipulating them to think that they wanted the same things whenever really they didn't. They just wanted like access to this person, to gain something from this person, to get something from them, to like steal this person's power. So yeah, it's like over and over again, they've had to learn the same lesson. So now that they're transitioning out of something, everyone around them is like trying to give them all this advice that they always give them. And it's like they just intuitively know if they go back down that road, or if they continue to like move in the same way and take the same advice, they're just going to continue to bring this same energy into their life and to meet people that aren't ready for what they're ready for, and to just reconnect with the same people in different bodies, essentially, like over and over and over, having the same experiences. It's like at this point they can really easily see through it. And so everyone who's like giving them advice on how to move forward is like they just know that this isn't right, and they can't like take this in and like listen to all of this, and they need to just kind of like go on their own path, strike their own path, do what feels right to them or works for them, even if it sounds totally crazy and insane to everyone around them. Like everyone around them's like, what are you doing? Like you've never acted like this. We've never seen you do something like this. But in their mind, they're like, if I want different in my life, then I have to move different. If I want change, I have to create change. If I want something better for myself, I have to get better. Like they feel as though this is what they have to do at this time right now. So it's like they're not really open to other people's advice the same way. Another thing is they're starting to look at other people and think like, okay, are they living, are they where I want to be in life? Like does do they have the type of like happiness and self-fulfillment in their life that I'm looking for? And if not, like why would I take their advice or like go against what I want in order to do what they say is right whenever they're not even reflecting where I want to get, you know? So it's like if I want to get to a certain place, I have to do what spirit is like calling me to do, and trusting that I'm going to be provided for, taken care of, like this is going to work out for me. So they're definitely like strengthening their faith at this time in spirit and spirit's ability to like make shifts in their lives. They're really waking up to like their spiritual journey. They're shifting, they're seeing everything through a completely different lens at this time. They're opening their heart to spirit, and the guidance listens really sticking out here. Opening their heart to what they should be doing. They're no longer like in denial of the people around them, the connections around them, what they've been feeling and going through and experiencing. They're no longer convincing themselves that everything is fine. They're really waking up at this time and knowing there's certain things that they're going to have to do for themselves that other people aren't going to understand. And that's because those other people are not ready to step out of their own issues, and they're projecting a lot of stuff. And so they can't let that affect them, deter them, hinder the way they move. They feel as though they've sacrificed like what they wanted in their life and in their connections for so long. They just feel as though they can't afford to do this anymore. And so they really want to like make a shift here. Yeah, they have a high desire. You've really ignited this spark within them. And they also want like more balance in their relationships. So spirit's really guiding them to like move towards you. They are getting like tons of confirmations that this is like the right direction for them at this time. So really exciting. Leadership, forefront. You have the opportunity to take the lead. It may be in work, personal, or family situations. You have the wisdom and knowledge to do what is best at this time. No more playing it safe and blending in with the pack. Shine your light and speak your truth. It's really beautiful. Better boundaries, communication. Creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It's about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact. Passing ships, timing. The energy is not aligned in this situation to create synastry. There may be another ship coming that isn't in your view just yet. Patience is needed to create the best outcome. So I feel like this is what this other person is going through, even with this leadership card. I feel like this is like what your person is going through. It's like they're in this mess, in this pile two, we really were picking up on like another person's energy. So this is like what they're going through. It's like they're learning to set these boundaries, but it's definitely like a divine timing situation. So they're going to move towards you once it's safe. It's like once they're fully transitioned out of one thing and they don't feel as though that energy can come in and like affect you or hurt you in any way, then they're going to move towards you. So a lot of patience, a lot of trust in kind of like what is happening here. So really cool message, lots of confirmations here. So like I said, You're definitely very fertile, manifesting a lot, just like birthing a whole new cycle. So, if you don't want that to actually become like a reality for you, definitely be careful during this time. But if not, then this is like a really exciting confirmation that some really positive things, some positive shifts are coming for you. So that's all I have for pile 2. I do offer personal readings if you would like one of those. But thank you so much. Hi there, pile 3. Taking a look into how will 2023 end for you. We have the Ten of Swords, there may be a bit of conflict, you standing your ground, defending yourself against someone that's wanting to hurt you. This could be a really difficult decision. You could have to make some difficult choices and decisions after feeling kind of like betrayed and hurt. But it's like you have to make a decision. Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to hit the camera. But it's like you have to make a decision at some point because it's something has been nagging at you, eating you up, keeping you up. It's like literally makes it hard for you to sleep at night. Something has just been really like getting at you here and affecting you. It's like it could be hard for you to go in, and it's like hard to go there because once you go there, you kind of like yeah, if there's anything that you're avoiding, like really processing, focusing on, really truly gaining closure from, it could be like eating at you, but it's like you don't want to dig in to deal with it because it would get like messier before it got better. It feels overwhelming to deal with this or to process this. It's easier to just kind of like block it out. Wow. You've definitely been protecting yourself from. Okay, I'm so sorry. Um, I actually don't know what card I was holding or what I was saying. My phone ran out of storage, so I record all these on my phone. And so I had to go and like delete older videos um, to get more storage. So I honestly don't fully even remember. So, yeah, no, there was something about like you have something keeping you up at night, bothering you, but you feel like it's a whole can of worms. You don't want to go there. Um, so you could be like avoiding truly facing like how someone has hurt you. It's like you just don't know where to go, where to turn, how to deal with it, where to go from here. We have the Knight of Wands, so someone could have switched up on you or just had like really hurtful and deceitful intentions towards you. So it's like you had to like take a time out to heal, but it's like you're only able to go so far because you feel like overwhelmed or uncomfortable. You could like have a crush on someone else, and so you want to like There could be someone that you specifically want to call into your life. Oh yeah, we had these cards too. Um it's like you're scared to move forward at this time. You're scared to move towards what you desire, or to like make a move, to put your heart out there. You could desire to have like a strong, stable relationship and foundation, a spiritual connection, like a higher level relationship, but you're like scared to break out of some sort of energy. But it's like this could be part of what's keeping you up at night, like not being able to let go of this person, but also being scared to go there to open it up. There could have been like a wound or betrayal in some situation in the past, and it's like someone really hurt you, but you just cannot let them go. And like your attraction to them, and you're scared to move forward, but you're also scared to fully heal from this person. But they definitely did some trifling stuff in the past. You had someone who was like really immature. They did not treat you right. They were not ready. They betrayed you. They were trying to hurt you. You felt misled. This could have caused so much pain, and like it, yeah, it was so painful. It hurt you so much that it's like if you let yourself, you could literally sit there and like think about it all day and just get like hung up on it and dwell on it and be like upset. So it's like you don't even let yourself go there, or like open yourself up to it, because it's just like such a whole thing. Like it still like really triggers you, like how you were um hurt by someone. Someone could have like turned other people against you, or like got other people to like come after you or attack you, or you felt like really betrayed, you felt unsafe, you felt hurt, you felt like people misled you, or people led others to all gang up on you, and it put you in an unsafe position. It's like there was something really unfair. Other people turned on you, flipped on you, and so it put you in this place of like, it's like you have to just block it out and not even focus on it, because if you do, then you'll sit there and like almost dwell in like those feelings and emotions of like how hurt you were, how betrayed you were. Really, definitely something difficult, and just you definitely went through something that you didn't deserve, and so it's like your anxiety is warranted. Um, but then like because it's like you aren't in a position to be free to be able to just like deal with it. It's like you had to just keep moving forward or something, or continue to take care of yourself, put yourself out there in some way. And so it's like because of that, it's like blocking you from being able to truly heal whatever happened. Um so yeah, it's like completely understandable that you would feel this way. Wow, this one's deep. Like you just went through something very deep and complex. It could be one of those things where you'll randomly wake up in the middle of the night with like another download or revelation of like how effed up it was, or like how it's like you weren't able to see it all and process it all at first. And so it's like you're slowly working through it over time. So as time goes on, you'll literally get like awakened or just have these like random thoughts to be like, oh my gosh, that was so much worse than I even realized. Or like, oh, I bet that person did that on purpose. Or like, oh my gosh, they had those intentions. You could have had a situation where you were like in a like twin flame soulmate type of connection, and a lot of karmics like came in and like interfered with things, and it was hard to see just how much people were like interfering and deterring and like separating you from your person. And so then this person could have then like, it was either your person or like the karmics around them worked to get like people to like attack you or make you feel unsafe, or like, yeah, people could have been like stalking you. Is something to where it's like forced you in a position to have to let go of this person and like make the choice to choose yourself. um but it's like you still really deeply care about them, but you can't even like go there and think about that and try and access that, because it's like the principle of like whatever they did was so hurtful or so bad that you have to just like keep moving forward. And then the more that you do, it's like you'll be able to process it and understand like exactly what really happened, or put together like how much they really did hurt you. And it's like it's shocking, but then it also could come with like being really proud of yourself that you've had the confidence to just keep moving forward, or like you had the confidence to like stand up for yourself, or there was something to where you've had like some sort of conflict with this person where you like put them in your place and then you just move forward, and you don't even go there, you don't even let yourself access those emotions. Like you're like, I'll deal with that like in the future when I'm in a stronger place, to know that I'm not going to get like weak and fall on my sword and like want to like go back to this person that hurt me. So it's like as you move forward and you get these downloads and revelations of like just how bad it was, you could be very proud of yourself for like the boundaries that you've implemented and how you were able to just continue to like protect yourself in some way and just move forward and like kind of deal with it and handle it as you go in your own way. This person could have really like set you up for something, like set you up to get hurt, set you up to get attacked, like set up, hyped up people who were like already mad at you to then get a bunch of people to gang up on you. Um, but it was hard for you to see at the time how the person that you were with was also contributing to this. Like you could have just been blaming like the karmics around them and not realizing that was also like a karmic partner, a karmic soulmate, a karmic twin flame, like someone who had intentions to hurt you. They were misleading you and like misguiding you, making you feel as though they were the ones like protecting you when they were the ones like giving others key information to have like power over you, to be able to hurt you. So we're not working with you at all, working against you. So it could be really hard to like face that. Yeah. So we have the Four of Wands. This person was like leading you to believe that they were going to give you commitment, but they were making you jump through all of these hoops and putting you through all of these irrational tests, like speaking in riddles basically, and expecting you to like get that. So if you didn't understand like their weird mind games, then they would like punish you or just like do weird things to you. It's like in order to have access to them, or they made you believe that you had to like earn love, or that in order to have that commitment that you had to like play their games and like prove to them that you were worthy or something. yeah, it's not my favorite energy. And then we have the Hermit in the reverse. So I feel as though this person's intentions were to like isolate you, or they were to their intentions were to like put you through so much and like make you believe that you were like not worthy or ready for commitment at that time, so that you would just like isolate yourself. And this is backfiring. Like it may have worked for a while, like for a while you may have just been like isolated, like focusing on yourself, working through the anxiety that this gave you, working through like the BS, or just processing like why this stuff isn't your fault or your energy to deal with or to take on. And now you're coming out of this and you're starting to move forward. Like you found a way to protect yourself, and you handled it in such a way that was helping you to move forward and just get away from this person and free yourself from their games. And from for a while, the way you were handling it could have fed into their ego and made them feel like, oh, I won, I got power over them, I have the upper hand, I have them right where I want them. Like they thought you were gonna like give in and like come back to them, because in the beginning we are picking up on like it was just so confusing and distorted, and like it was kind of hard to see if you were gonna pursue them. It kind of was seeming like maybe you were wanting to go back to them and fight for them or something. But then it's like as you move forward, you have all these realizations of like how they were also manipulating you and playing into that energy and like misleading you and all these things. So then you're like so thankful that you never did. It's something to where it's like you just protected yourself and move forward. And you, instead of like fighting for this person or like submitting to their energy, like begging for them to like love you and give you the attention that you deserve, you almost like fought with them and fought against them, and to remove yourself and protect yourself from them. And so they couldn't really see what was happening at the time. And so their ego was very inflamed. And so they were just like seeing everything through this lens of how they do, right? And then now things are shifting and you're coming out of your hermit mode. Like you're starting to move forward. You're starting to move past this. You're starting to get into a position where you're ready to like heal these things and let them go. And you're so far past like wanting to go back towards them. Like in the beginning of this healing journey, it could have been kind of difficult to like fight the urge to like want to go back to them, or to like kind of go back and forth or question things. But because of the way you handled it, you've gotten yourself far enough removed from that, to where you have a different perspective. And so now you're ready to actually go within and open that Pandora's box and let everything out and like be vulnerable and heal through this without the fear of then like going back to them, because you have this like solid perspective, or there's been enough distance for you to truly like see them for who they are, for how they are, for all the games they were putting you through. So it's like you don't want to isolate yourself because of this anymore. It's like you're ready to just let go and move forward. So you're giving this person the exact opposite of what they wanted. You're literally doing the exact opposite of what they thought you would do. um so it's gonna be really interesting. I, this is just a general reading, so I feel like everyone's person will have a different reaction moving forward. But them feeling as though you're like slipping away from them it's like once they wake up and acknowledge this, it could really trigger them. So we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Cups. So instead of moving towards them, chasing after them, being hung up on them emotionally, pleading with them, you're more focused on what went wrong and how they disappointed you. It's like they may have literally had this goal to have you hung up on them and like the one that was chasing after them. But instead of that, every time you think about this relationship or what you've went through, you literally think about how they disappointed you, how they let you down, how they hurt you, how they tried to bring you back to a negative place. It's like you just think about everything that happened, and it's like like want nothing to do with that. So you're moving towards other options. Your cup is no longer open to them. You're no longer open to them emotionally. You're no longer isolating yourself and like waiting to see if this will come back around, right? You are ready to move forward and offer your cup to someone new, and like turn to see the other two of cups like in the traditional tarot and see if there's a chance to connect with someone new and like move past this and leave like what hasn't worked and what's fallen apart, what hasn't served you, like behind in the past. um so they no longer have the same control over you. They no longer have the same power over you, the same grasp on you. They can no longer hold you down. They can no longer emotionally manipulate you, like make you feel guilty. They can just generally no longer hold you down or hold you back anymore. Um, but with the moon here, I feel like they're still in a place of being really delusional. Like in their mind, they're always going to see something through this lens of like, they always see something no matter what's going on. They're always like telling their ego some different story to validate themselves. So it's like kind of like no matter what you do, they're going to see it like you're playing some game with them, or like you're feeding into some game with them, or like it's going to be really hard for them to come to that realization, and that clear understanding of like, wow, I don't have an effect on this person. I don't have an emotional effect on them. They're no longer invested in me. Like I no longer have the same hold over them. Um, they're no longer within my reach, within my grasp. It's like they could just illusionally tell themselves that if they were to come towards you, that you would still like, even though you haven't been chasing them or you weren't the one pursuing them or trying to mend things, if they were to come towards you, like you would still be available to them in a second, or they could still have you in a second. It's like the realization that you're distancing yourself, you're moving on, you're no longer invested in this isn't really hitting this person at this time that you're watching this. And so that could be a good thing, because I kind of feel like once they do have that realization and that clarity, it's going to trigger them. Like once they wake up and realize this person literally doesn't care, like this is over. I no longer have any power, control, or like grasp on their life at all. Like I don't even know what they're doing or where they're going or who they're connected with, or I have no control over that anymore, because they may have not had any control up until this point anyways, but they have been delusionally telling themselves they did, because in their mind you were like isolating yourself, which is exactly what they wanted, right? So they were kind of getting what they wanted, and it seemed like they had the upper hand in their delusional mind, right? And so they could just be on such an ego high right now that they're just not seeing reality clearly as it is. But once they do, and once they understand that they've lost you, you don't care anymore, you're detaching, they're going to freak out. Like it's going to trigger them. So, I mean, that will be different for everyone, but like some people just kind of freak out energetically within themselves or throw a little tantrum, or it's just different what everyone does. But definitely protect yourself or keep yourself safe if anything gets weird. But um, I just feel like they're just really, really, really not gonna like that. And they're once they realize this, I feel as though they're gonna do everything they can to regain control of the situation and to like have you back in their grasp in their mind. So they could be kind of leaving you alone, if you will, right now, because in their mind they think they still have control over you. So it's like the perfect time for you to like detach and move forward and just like completely get away from this. But once they wake up to the realization that they don't have control over you and they really haven't, then they may try to like exercise that, or having you back in their grasp, or reconnecting with you in some way, or it could just like really trigger them, and then they'll want to like make adjustments or changes and be like, oh, I thought everything was going in this direction, so I was really secure with the situation, but it's actually not, so now I need to like disrupt my life and theirs, let all these secrets out the bag. Like they might just start doing some crazy weird stuff, just get really emotionally insecure, just cause like a lot of emotional unrest in their life, and then try to like have that um, run over into yours and like disrupt your life, especially if you move forward and you get into a new connection or you meet a new person, which the oracle cards on the bottom of the deck here is saying that like you're ready to like heal and move towards a new relationship. The time that you've taken to heal yourself is opening up an opportunity to have this new healthy love. So gaining that inner love for yourself, you're gonna, manifest a relationship that reflects that. So you have the opportunity to kind of like redefine love and turn the page and start like a new story. So once you do that, I feel as though that's definitely when um, things are gonna like kick in, or that's when this person will then start to freak out on an energetic level, especially um, just realizing there's literally nothing that they can do about this situation. Sacrifice, reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You've gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim balance and nurture yourself by standing in your power. Family dynamics, reconcile. Your family is requiring a time to heal issues that have created a wedge or unrest. We all need support as we move forward, and having an open, loving family unit is essential. Turn over a new leaf, renew. A second chance is being given to transform yourself or the situation. Let the lessons of the past serve as a catalyst for a clean slate moving forward. So I feel as though this new love that you're manifesting into your life is going to help you to heal. And it's going to be like a chance for like new family. So definitely if you like, if you've had issues with your family, or if like some of the connections that you've been in have been connected to your family, or there's just been some sort of like betrayal or hurt from what you considered to be your family, like there's an opportunity to manifest something new and something healthy, something that's going to give back to you. Give the same energy that you give. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Rose Garden. Honor each day by staying present and remembering gratitude turns everything into enough. So don't worry at this time. So your spirit guides and anyone that you've lost on the other side, especially like family and loved ones on the other side, are all working to help guide you in the right direction and give you what you need, the information that you need, but also like the tools and the nourishment that you need to sustain yourself. So trust that you're moving into a new cycle. You're manifesting something new and exciting for your life at this time. If you would like a more personal reading, I do offer those as well. But thank you so much for watching this far. I hope you have a great day.